With its GS F, Lexus takes on revered rivals like the BMW M5, Mercedes-Benz E63 AMG, Cadillac CT-SV, and Audi RS7, though at a disadvantage. Yes, it has a 467 horsepower V8, but forced induction gives all of its competitors far more power. Still, track-ready handling mixed with composed road manners and a family-friendly cabin make the 2018 Lexus GS F a very appealing high-performance sedan. Based on those strengths, we give the GS F a 7.0 rating. Changes for 2018 are minimal. The lane departure warning system becomes active lane control, and the Inform Safety Connect and Service Connect services are now complimentary for 10 years. The GS F is based on some pretty good bones. We like the handling of the base GS, but Lexus has put some work into the GS F to make it capable on a racetrack. Lexus engineers have strengthened the structure, added a torque vectoring differential, swapped in bigger brakes, installed larger 19-inch wheels on sticky summer tires, and upgraded the body to cut through the air better and provide better cooling. Under the hood, they installed a 5.0-liter V8 that makes the aforementioned 467 horsepower and can launch the car from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.5 seconds on its way to a top speed of 168 miles per hour. Those are impressive numbers, but they pale in comparison to the supercar-type numbers put up by the competition. Fuel economy isn't too bad, at 19 miles per gallon combined. While the ride is a bit firm, the GS F works as an everyday driver. It has adjustable shocks that can be set to a comfort mode for the street, and the interior has the same space for 5 as the base sedan. It has great room up front, but legroom is tight for a mid-size sedan, though that will only affect taller adults. The high quality of the interior materials is another reason to like this car, and the sporty elements added to the cockpit only make it more appealing. Like the standard GS, however, we find the Lexus remote touch control interface frustrating to use. Families will also like the safety story, at least from an equipment standpoint. The GS F comes with 10 airbags, as well as such features as forward collision warnings with automatic emergency braking and active lane control. Unfortunately, it hasn't been subjected to enough crash tests to prove that it is safe on paper. To the GS's structure, the GS F adds 4 extra underbody braces to stiffen the structure, and it gets better suspension and chassis hardware. The double wishbone front and rear suspensions are common to both cars, but the GS F has its own geometry and it uses aluminum for some of the components to reduce unsprung weight. Adaptive shocks are standard, and so are larger brakes, forged 19-inch wheels, Michelin Pilot Supersport tires, and an electrically controlled, clutch-actuated torque vectoring differential. The GS F has a Drive Mode Selector with Eco, Normal, Sport S, and Sport S Plus modes, and the torque vectoring differential has Normal, Slalom, and Track modes. The various modes really change the car's dynamic personality. Left in the 2 normal modes, the GS F has light, quick steering with crisp turn-in. However, when pushed hard, the traction control kicks in too willingly and the tires give up grip in corners, allowing the car to push forward rather than rotate in tight quarters, a condition known as understeer. Opt for the Sport S or Sport S Plus modes and put the differential in Slalom or Track and the GS F suddenly drives smaller than its size. It rotates willingly, becoming more agile on a track or through tight corners. In any mode, the Brembo brakes provide strong stopping power. The GS F's long wheelbase helps iron out some ride harshness, making it a fairly comfortable cruiser. The biggest difference between the GS and GS F is the 5.0-liter V8 under the sculpted hood. It spins out 467 horsepower and 389 pound-feet of torque.
Rob Stone, 2 damn phones, Babylon's came.